Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the confirmation hearing for Esther as rising queen. Esther won in a landslide election for the most eligible and attractive virgin in the empire. But does she have what it takes to rule? The shoes she steps into are big and bedazzled. Her predecessor, QV, was much beloved by the people, and we can sure feel her absence. Today, I've invited representatives from the two leading political parties, the right side down and left side up, to ask the Queen-elect some questions. From the right side down today, we have Colonel H. Sanders. And from the left side up, we have Senator B.M. Sanders.
Yeah.
And of course, welcome to Queen-elect Esther. We will now begin the traditional method for determining who gets to ask the first questions. Gentlemen, you can begin.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Match.
Yes. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Mooch.
Late finger. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes. Yes. All right. Good evening, good people of the empire, and good evening, Queen-elect Esther. Esther, I am wondering if you would be willing to share with me the success of your 7th grade science project, or reveal your excellent recipe for vegan mac and cheese, or articulate your theory on the nature of healing.
Senator Sanders, I prefer to let the past be the past, unless, of course, we're ready to be in conversations around reparations. And my dietary habits are entirely private to me and not relevant to a political forum. However, I do feel prepared to say that healing is part of the point of incarnation, and that the wholeness we achieve through healing is in fact greater than that which we could access before we were broken.
Colonel H. Sanders, the floor is yours.
First of all, I would like to say that this entire event is a farce. The mere presence of my brother, Bernard B.M. Sanders, disqualifies it from even being remotely respectable. Just because he was brought in by popular vote does not mean that he should be in a position of power. And just because this woman, this queen-elect, is here does not mean that I should have to hear the sound of her voice.
It pains me, but I am ashamed of my brother's behavior and tone. While I still hold out for the possibility of his healing and transformation, I question whether he should be allowed to continue in his current position. Impeachment may be the only rational choice given his erratic and insurgent behavior.
Insurgents, you're the one who hired a raw foodist to cater our last congressional dinner. You are tearing away at the very fabric of our society.
I am committed to reinstituting the probiotic lining of the communal digestive tract. And, as we heard earlier, Esther is committed to healing as well. Esther, will you tell us more about your work weaving hammocks for endangered sloths in the rainforest?
Well, it all began with a dream I had.
The sound of your voice is disgusting.
Excuse me?
You're crazy.
Colonel H. Sanders, you are entirely out of hand. If you misstep again, I will be forced to permanently mute you.
Come on, Toots. We all know who controls the mute function around here. Ha 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 ha.
That is truly evil, folks. That is truly evil.
Listen. Let us not be distracted. We are here to meet Esther, the incumbent queen. Esther, Bubala, please tell the people who you are. For let us not forget that in our role as leaders, we are here to serve the people. In a time of instability and crisis, your role as a relatable queen of the people will be more essential than ever. They are listening, and so am I.
Good evening, and thank you to everyone here today endeavoring towards a better, more just future. In fidelity and gratitude to a mass people's movement working to establish 21st century social, economic, and human rights, including guaranteed health care, higher education, living wages, and labor rights for all people, I vow to use my position as queen.
There is no way that this fucking bitch is gonna be able to become queen.
Excuse me, Colonel H. Sanders? Did you just call me a fucking bitch?
Oh, don't cry, crispy little tender. You're still pretty. We don't need any of this activist upstart shit. In a time of crisis and instability, we need to get back to basics, back to traditional values.
I demand an apology.
Bubala, Colonel H. Sanders is a bully and a liar and doesn't even respect the rules of this forum. His words cut to the core. I am so sorry he has hurt you so deeply.
With all due respect, Senator B.M. Sanders, it would be inaccurate to say his remarks hurt me deeply. I have walked down the street. I have waited on tables. I am accustomed to patriarchs using this type of language to belittle and intimidate me. I am not communicating that I am hurt. I am communicating that I am shocked that a colonel would feel comfortable using such language in a public forum, and I demand an apology.
And I am communicating that I am committed to keeping women in a position of submission. But listen, Queenie, I'm sorry for whatever I said to you that got you so upset. I wouldn't want to fluster your little princess pea-sized brain.
I will not teach my nieces and young people watching this that was an apology, that they should learn to accept this. He won't even say my name. But you know what? Fuck it. You know what we say when fragile men call us bitches because we stand up for ourselves and other human beings? Shine on. Fight for others. And let the haters stay mad. On that note, I am out of here.
Oh, thank the good Lord who delivered this land out of the midst of the heathens into the lap of the patriarchs. Ah, she's finally leaving.
God didn't deliver this land into the lap of patriarchy. God hates the patriarchy. And I hate you. I am taking this crown because I'm smart, I'm hot, and I'm Esther. And Esther always wins. You should know that by now. Bye.
Woo! I have got to say, gentlemen, I think we have a real winner. The king really has a knack for selecting beautiful virgins with an epic capacity for monologue. I can't wait for this video to go viral. The people are going to love her.
The people are going to hate her. They don't want some hippy-dippy feminasty for queen. They are yearning for a return to normalcy, to go back to basics. And I am prepared to go back there with them. I'm prepared to take them there with my kickstart to ketosis original 7 spices bone broth, Horatio. Keto, it's not just a diet, it's a way of life. And this kickstart to ketosis original 7 spices bone broth, it's not just a bag of slow-simmered shit with bone marrow. It's a path to deliverance from the woes of modernity. You're a family man, and I, sir, am your family. These 7 spices originally blended together for the chicken formerly known as Kentucky Fried elevate the palate of the broth, transporting you like a rocket robot to Mars. Go keto, stay keto. Just $70.77 per bag of a 77-ounce bag, and if you call now, it's take home 7. It's just $7.
Music. What, Sherman? What's happening here? Citizens of the Empire, as Pope Francis reminds us, climate crisis can no longer be denied or ignored. We've got to move urgently and boldly. We must do all we can to protect and preserve our planet and to heal the harms committed by our ancestors and misguided siblings. From this day forth, I call you to commit to a life of vegetarianism. As a thank you gift, I will personally deliver a pair of vegan, no wool, if you can see them in my chopped up head here in my camera, vegan, no wool mittens. Okay? This is for every citizen who takes the veg pledge today. Offer extends to vegans, raw foodists, lacto-ovo flexitarians, and lesbians who sneak an oyster here and there.
Wow, this night has gone in directions I never anticipated, but let's be honest, I've been on a list for those mittens since the inauguration, so BM Sanders, you can sign me up. I'm the first one to take that veg pledge because I want those mittens. That citizens of the realm, we wish you good night.
Yeah! He is a thorn in my side. The me I cannot manage, cracked from the same egg. But he is a demon, and I am impure. And I can say, there will be no more compromises. I see it now. Satan is Satan. Let it not be a nut. Beyond burger, let the beyond be the beyond. I gotta get rid of them. I've had it with the vegetarians. I've had it with my brother Bernard. It is time to scratch them, eradicate them, to bring the poison to the surface and neutralize it. I must cleanse this place of their stink. I must erase it from the collective culinary memory. I'm gonna look at my script to see what I'm gonna do. I am gonna annihilate the vegetarians. The insidious glucose intolerance. The gluten freeze. The pescatarians. The munchkatarians. They're all gonna die. Your Highness, we have a terrible problem with submission.